Time now for 4 minutes, 4 questions. I'm Roby Brock with Wes Brown, our business editor. As always, Wes, here we go.
All right.
Crude oil and natural gas prices, both caught in some major downturns over the past year. Which one's going to break out of the slump first?
Well, natural gas has been in a slump for probably 6 or 7 years now, below $4, and now it's below $3. It's been in that slump for a long time, so I don't see the natural gas price coming out of that slump for a long time, to the point where it's going to make a profit, a big profit, way back a decade ago when it was around $10.
Right. So those were the good old days.
You're not going to see that when the Fayetteville shale was booming, but the crude oil price is more cyclical, and it's more volatile than the natural gas price. And what you've seen over the last year is a blip. I think in the next 2 years it'll get back up above $70 a barrel. Not as quick as TB&P said by the end of the year, but I think it'll come back probably in a year or so.
I think T. Boone said in his lifetime it'd be what, like $500 a barrel or something
yeah,
like
something
that.
like that. Something crazy number.
Right. 4 minutes, 4 questions. Your question.
County unemployment rates rose in May, but they stayed below 10%, which is a good kind of figure in all 75 counties in Arkansas. Should we feel good about these latest numbers, or should we feel bad?
Well, you still have some very high unemployment rates in some counties in the state, and from April to May, you saw quite about a third of the counties in the state actually saw an increase in their local unemployment rates.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I would argue that that is bad. You do not want to see your unemployment rate climbing. But as you indicated, of all 75 counties in the state of Arkansas, nobody's above 10%. So it's all in the single-digit range. I think Mississippi County was the highest at 9.5%. Washington County over in northwest Arkansas, 4.2%, I think it was. Mm-hmm. So I say the numbers are still good in that you don't have some, high double-digit unemployment somewhere, but I would say bad in that you did see the numbers take a little bump up.
Right.
All right, my question to you, Koch Industries or Cargill, two major companies, large privately held companies with big operations in Arkansas, not to mention other states and across the world. Annual revenues over $100 billion between the two companies. Cargill, big player in the food and agri sector. Koch Industries more in energy and durable goods.
Right.
Which one of these industry giants do you think has more influence on Arkansas?
Well, notwithstanding the Koch's political influence, of course, really it's interesting. You have down in South Arkansas, you have Georgia Pacific, which is owned by Koch, and also a lot of the pipeline, Koch Industries own a lot of pipelines, so they have a big influence in Arkansas. But Cargill, as long as Arkansas is a big agri player in the state of Arkansas, Cargill has taken over a lot of the former family farms in Arkansas, so I think Cargill has a little bit more influence. It'll be interesting, both of these industries, forestry and agri, in a little bit of a downturn. Whichever comes out quicker, I think that Cargill will have more influence, because I think agri will come out a little quicker than.
Cargill's selling a big chunk of their pork business.
They did.
This past week to JBS, big Brazilian company. All right, we'll see.
We'll see.
Final question.
Arkansas medical providers are going to have to adopt a new coding system at the hospitals and practices. Major expense, huge amount of dollars. Could impact 38,000 doctors, clinics, and others in the state. 30% say they won't meet the October 1st deadline. What type of disaster are we headed for?
A really confusing, bad disaster, I think. I don't think that number will finish by October 1st at 30%, not prepared to fulfill this change to this new coding system that hadn't been updated since, I think, 1978. Mm-hmm. Medical providers are not going to get paid if they do not have the updated system, and it will take some of them not getting paid to realize they're serious about me updating my coding system here. And the coding system's got some ridiculous examples in it. I mean, you have to put in, if somebody got bit by a turkey, for instance, it's one of the things that you might have to code properly to get your money paid for. So it is a pretty big expense, but it hasn't been updated in, 30, 40 years. So
I guess the question is, will it be as bad as HIPAA?
I don't know. I think it'll be bad, though. I think it'll be bad. And I think that there are a lot of medical providers that won't be prepared to do it. So I do think that we will see a disaster, but not of tragic proportions. How about
Okay.
that?
All right.
That's
We'll see.
good?
That's
All
good.
right. 4 minutes, 4 questions with Wes Brown. As always, great to be with you.
Good to be here.
This is part of our Talk Business and Politics Tuesday podcast, which focuses exclusively on business issues. You can catch that in the iTunes store. You can catch it online at talkbusiness.net. Thanks for watching.